Welcome to The Explainer. I am super excited to be your guide as we unpack what is arguably the most critical tech conversation happening right now. Okay, let's dive into this. We're looking squarely at Deloitte's Tech Trends 2026, specifically trend number 5. The focus here, the strategic balance of innovation and risk when it comes to AI and cybersecurity. We're going to explore this massive core paradox at the heart of AI, how it's literally simultaneously our greatest vulnerability and our most powerful shield. To make sure we cover this efficiently, here's our roadmap. We'll define the AI cybersecurity paradox, uncover internal threats, explore AI as a cyber defender, look at proactive defense strategies, map out the new governance landscape, and finally, prep for future frontiers. All right, let's get to it.
Section 1. The AI cybersecurity paradox, balancing innovation and risk.
And this brilliantly illustrates the tightrope organizations are walking right now. On one hand, you've got accelerated innovation, massive efficiency gains, transformative advantages, the whole shebang. But right across from it, we have new vulnerabilities. Think about it. The exact same tech giving your business an edge is absolutely being weaponized to attack it. It's accelerating the speed and impact of cyber threats. It's a true paradox, right? The tool you're using to build your future is fundamentally the exact same tool threatening to tear it down.
Moving to Section 2. Uncovering the internal threats. The dangers from within.
When we think about cyber threats, our minds usually jump straight to external hackers or syndicates operating on the dark web. But honestly, the call is often coming from inside the house. Enter Shadow AI. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that it shows how many of today's most pressing AI risks actually originate internally. This happens when a team or an employee just decides to deploy an unsanctioned AI tool without any official approval. It creates these massive governance blind spots. Suddenly, you've got autonomous decision-making systems interacting with your sensitive data completely off the radar. And yeah, that leads directly to serious stuff like data leakage, model manipulation, and totally unauthorized access.
So, where do these vulnerabilities actually live? Well, Deloitte pinpoints 4 key domains: data, AI models, applications, and infrastructure. These are basically the foundational pillars of your entire tech stack. And here's the kicker. The window for a reactive security approach, waiting for an attack to happen and then responding, is rapidly closing across every single one of these areas. The threats are simply moving way too fast for that old playbook.
But before we get totally overwhelmed by the speed of all these new threats, let's ground ourselves with a vital insight from the report. It says, while AI introduces new vectors for attack, many foundational cybersecurity principles remain critical, ensuring innovation doesn't outpace security. I absolutely love this point because it's a great reminder. Yes, the technology is incredibly advanced, but bedrock principles like robust software development life cycles and strict access controls are still your best starting point. We aren't tossing out the old playbook. We're just upgrading it for a new era.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 3, AI as a cyber defender, the ultimate force multiplier.
Okay, we've talked about the vulnerabilities and the dark side of this tech, but let's pivot to the light. AI isn't just a massive risk. It actually allows your security teams to operate at what we call machine speed. It can identify these incredibly subtle, hidden patterns that a human analyst would, let's be real, almost certainly miss. It can monitor vast, complex digital landscapes 24/7. It can actually anticipate an attacker's next move before they even make it, drastically speed up your threat responses, and completely automate those tedious, repetitive tasks that always bog down security pros. Instead of drowning in endless alerts, your team can use AI to stop evolving threats in real time.
To really cement this paradigm shift, the research emphasizes a huge point. The potential for AI to act as a force multiplier in cybersecurity cannot be overstated. AI enables cyber teams to make faster, more informed decisions. And it's so true. By automating the repetitive stuff, identifying tricky patterns, and speeding up responses, it fundamentally transforms how organizations manage risk. It elevates your human defenders, letting them focus on strategic decisions rather than just frantically putting out tactical fires all day.
Section 4. Proactive AI defense strategies. Fighting back.
So how do we actually take the fight to the adversaries? Well, through proactive AI and native strategies like red teaming. This is all about rigorous stress testing and running simulated adversarial attacks against your own AI systems. Think of it like a digital fire drill, but highly sophisticated. The goal here is to spot vulnerabilities long before malicious actors can exploit them. The Deloitte report also heavily emphasizes adversarial training. You're basically teaching your AI models to recognize and resist manipulation attempts. You are literally inoculating your systems, making them super robust against sophisticated attacks.
Section 5. The new governance landscape. Who oversees AI?
Now, great technology is really nothing without great rules of engagement. As AI gets more and more autonomous, the risk and compliance landscape is evolving fast, especially in heavily regulated spaces like healthcare or finance, where strict requirements are basically already the norm. Right now, we're seeing a massive shift toward assigning continuous AI oversight directly to corporate audit committees. Since they're uniquely positioned at the absolute highest levels of an organization, they can continually review, assess, and challenge these highly complex AI activities. This elevates AI security from just being an IT headache to a full-blown board-level imperative. Furthermore, as AI systems transition from just being tools into fully autonomous agents operating on your network, we absolutely need advanced agent governance. And this relies on two main things: dynamic privilege management and comprehensive lifecycle management. Look, if an AI agent is making decisions and executing tasks entirely on its own, its access privileges have to be dynamic, meaning granted only when needed and revoked instantly. You also have to manage that agent's entire lifecycle, from deployment all the way to retirement, just to ensure it never goes rogue and turns into that scary shadow AI we discussed earlier.
Section 6. Preparing for future frontiers. What's next?
If you think things are moving fast now, buckle up. The emerging trends on the horizon are going to challenge basically every fundamental assumption we have about cybersecurity. First, we're going to see the near-term convergence of AI and physical infrastructure. That means a cyber attack isn't just a data breach anymore, it's a physical disruption. Next up, the rise of autonomous cyber warfare. We're talking AI systems battling other AI systems at speeds human brains can't even comprehend. And finally, entirely new frontiers in space and quantum security. I know it sounds a bit like a movie, but this isn't science fiction. It is the actual trajectory we are on right now. To survive this future, adaptable architectures and governance frameworks have got to be built today.
So, the crucial point is this. The path forward requires a strategic, layered defense approach, one that embeds security into your AI initiatives from their absolute inception, definitely not as an afterthought. Organizations that master this balance, the ones that can leverage AI's incredible power for both rapid innovation and ironclad defense, they aren't just going to protect their assets. They're going to establish a massive competitive differentiation in an increasingly AI-driven world. Security literally becomes your business advantage.
I want to leave you with a final provocative thought. How is your organization balancing the razor's edge of AI innovation and security? Are you moving too fast without the guardrails? Or maybe you're moving too slow out of fear? The insights from Deloitte's Tech Trends make it crystal clear we have to do both. Innovate rapidly while defending intelligently. Thank you